in computer science, in computer, and he has awarded the 18 distinct award, Young Scientist Award, Best Paper Presentation Award. He has published 41 research papers in international journals, like Springer, IEEE, elsewhere. He has uh, visit to different countries, Japan, Malaysia, Italy, to publish the various research papers. Now I request to the today's resource person, Dr. Siddharth Dabade sir, to continue his session.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Suhas Mote, sir. I firstly thanks to invite me as a guest speaker to deliver the talk on the ICT skills. Okay, we know that everybody is now in the era of information technology. We can say the 21st century is the information technology era. Okay, so everybody are using the technology with the information. So the question is arises that what is information and what is technology, right? So information is the anything, any information what you want to do, and what we want to process that information, and how that information can be used to adopt the new things, can be used to make the resourceable, knowledgeable, acceptable to the society, to the individual, to the teacher, to the students. Okay, so that information we require, and to access this data, to access this information with the help of certain technology, right? So we required the information and the support of certain technology. So with the help of computer, okay, or with the help of certain devices, so communication for that. So we will just little bit later on, we will see what is the actual definition of ICT. Okay, most of the case what happened, the researchers or the nowadays in every school, even though in colleges and in higher education, due to this COVID-19 pandemic situation, most all are the aware about what are the ICT tools and what are the certain skills. So whatever the things I will be deliver, it might be known to you. Okay, so I will just share my screen to start my presentation. Is it visible? Uh, my screen visible, sir? I think it is visible. No one is communicating. I request to the other participant, please mute yourself. Okay, so first we will try to understand what is the concept of ICT, what are the need and importance of your ICT, what are its important characteristics, and what are the scope of the ICT, how this ICT can be useful to the student, and how it can be useful to the faculties. Okay, so you know that most of the colleges now the government has make the mandatory to go for the NAC. Okay, and if you want to go for the NAC, so they will ask the one component into the teaching learning process. What are the ICT tools? What are the things you have used in your teaching learning process? Okay, so I will just give the certain links to how we can use these ICT tools to the make the aware of the students, how this faculty can be use their tools to develop their e-contents like this. Okay, so the technical definition, when we want to understand the meaning of the ICT. Okay, so ICT, so the first word is coming the information. I stands for information, C stands for communication, and T stands for technology. Okay, so this information can be anything, any data. This data may be in the form of the numerical data, This data, it may be in the form of textual data, it may be in the form of graphical data, it may be in the form of video data. So we can make the combination of either audio visual communication also. Okay, so this kind of information, this kind of data can be
या विषयावर
communicate with each other.
या
Okay.
विषयावर
Is there any problem? Hanuman? Halambe? Okay, so we required this kind of communication, that is ICT. ICT stands for information communication and technology. So what it implies? It implies the technology which consists of electronic devices. So whenever we are using this electronic communication technology, at that time we require the electronic devices. Okay, so whenever these electronic devices are coming into the picture, at that time we have to associate with human beings. Okay, so human being interaction is required, so to enable to process your data. Okay, so we want to use this ICT technology in the form of teaching learning process. Okay, so we can use this ICT tools for your personal use also. Okay, so this ICT is purely based on the information technology. Okay, so if we skip the communication from this ICT, so it is IT, that is information technology. So we have to cope up with this information technology. So we need to use the very vast data in the form of the coming from various acquisition devices, like your camera, like your microphone, or any another acquisition devices. Then you need to process your data. Okay, so for that we required the storage mechanism, the processing algorithm we required. Okay, sometimes we are getting the information in the form of vocal. Okay, like your telephone communication, so that is the vocal communication, audio communication data we required. We required the pictorial information. Sometimes we want to process the pictorial information, that is picture. Okay, sometimes we just want to find out the textual information, like some data has been posted on the Twitter, on the Facebook. So at that time, the specific information we want to retrieve from that. So that kind of the processing mechanism we required. We want to just process the numerical information. So for that we required the ICT. Okay, so this ICT is the microelectronics based communication. So we want the communication between your devices from one end to another end. Okay, so that kind of communication we required in ICT. So that's we have already covered. So when we are discussing about the ICT, so it is divided into the two types: the traditional approach and modern approach. So if we take the example of the teaching learning process, in traditional approach, what happened? We the teacher used to go to the classroom. Then there is a whiteboard in the classroom, or we can say blackboard, right? So with the help of pen or chalk, we are trying to write the notes on or certain points on the board, and then we want to deliver the lectures. Okay, so that is effective communication, right? So there is interaction between a direct student to the teacher. So that kind of communication can be happen in traditional teaching. But in modern teaching, what happened due to the COVID-19 pandemic situation? So we are moved towards the modern approach to deliver the lecture. So we are using these some ICT tools to communicate with your student. But there are certain drawbacks are there, like due to the certain distortion, the communication is not properly happening. So that communication we require the either synchronous communication or asynchronous communication. So these are the two ways to classify the your ICT. So we will see the how this ICT can be useful in education. So we will just look out this point a little bit later on. Here we required the role of ICT, where we can use this ICT for youth, for community, for the development of the proper communication. Okay, so here the access So everybody can access this data or this technology. It is worldwide acceptable. Efficiency, it is efficient to use the specific technology for a specific communication. Now we are using the Zoom application to communicate all of you. Okay, so that kind of efficiency we require. Then learning. So if any teacher want to deliver the lecture, they can use the Zoom type of application, and the teaching learning process mechanism can be applied. Okay, so these are the different roles which can be used in youth as well as in various community. Okay, so community linkage, the planning and management, lifelong learning, skill formation. These are the n number of points which can play an important role in the ICT. So there are 6 different reasons how we can use the ICT in education. Why we have to use the ICT in education? So we can see the curriculum updation. It is one of the important aspect of the student life. Okay, in teaching learning, curriculum update is very important. Okay, so when we are trying to manage the curriculum at that time in modern education system, how your student can be cope up with the upcoming future targets. Okay, so we need to develop your curriculum in this manner. Okay, so we need to incorporate the ICT subjects into the your syllabus. Okay, into the your curriculum. Then improve the teaching and learning with deal with the diversity. So if you know the Bloom's technology, so in the Bloom's technology, we have to use this Bloom technology on the basis of ICT. Okay, so sorry, so purely based on the Bloom's technology, we are using the ICT. So there are so many reasons are there. Okay, so due to the time limit, I will not cover in detail. It required too much time to make the delivery the all these points in detail. Okay, so I will just read out this point. There is a society demand to use the ICT in education, continuous learning, productivity, the personal and individual group communication, the communication with action in cyberspace. So we require digital information and computations with the students. So we require the intelligence with the use of judiciary. So here we can see there are certain transformation model which can be used in education, like research and evaluation. Certain policy we can frame on the basis of this ICT rule, curriculum and assessment, professional development, information and communication technology. Okay, so this is the major component which can be connected with the all these components. Okay, so if we understand the concept related to the ICT, so what are the elements going to affect when we are using the ICT? So it's going to affect the teacher, learner, the curriculum design, the educational policy, educational information, different type of services are there, infrastructures. Okay, so we need to manage ourselves. Okay, so what are these elements and how this element can be contribute to use of ICT in your educations? So these are the certain important characteristics of the ICT: provisionality, interactivity, capacity, speed, range, automatic. So the important thing is that we required the n amount of data. Okay, so very large amount of data with the help of acquisition devices. So we need to use the storage mechanism. We need to use the manage your store data in the form of manipulation. Then we need to manage the store data. So retrieve the information from that stored the information. Okay, so real-time access to information, sometimes we require the real-time data, easy availability with updated data sets, the overall connectivity with your diverse region like geographical information. I am sitting here in India and I will communicate with the other country students or even the teachers. We can communicate with each other by the use of this ICT technology. Okay, so there are wider range of communication media. So these are the very important characteristics of this ICT efficiency. So if we think about efficiency, it will be very faster, It is cheaper, it is fewer steps, so less people can use less paperwork. Okay. Then effectiveness, so it is very mostly effectiveness. It is very interactive, fewer errors, customized, personalized, archivable, transportable, and searchable. So if you think about this ICT innovation sector, so we can design your known new product, you can design your new technology with the help of existing ICT characteristics. Okay, so there are a n number of characteristics are there we can use or we can understand in the ICT, but these are the certain unique characteristics. Like ICT is a pro, massive and cross-cutting. Okay, so in the most of the businesses and the government sector, every time they require to the cross-cut the certain amounts. Okay, so we need to develop or we need to use a such kind of technology. So within that technology we required minimum amount. Okay, that is the cross cutting. And even though we required the cutting edge technology to use to cope up with the development of your societal problems. Okay, so it can be a tailored with personal, local, or diverse needs, and that diverse need can be cope up with this cross cutting edge technology. So we required the certain networks. So for connection between from one device to another device, so we required the externality increase to it grows. Okay. So like nowadays we are using the cloud computing technology for communication purpose. So whatever the data we are trying to store, that can be stored into your personal computer as well as on the another computer, that is which is available on your cloud. So that kind of connection network we require. So we require the discrimination, information and knowledge. So sometimes we require the physical location, sometimes we require the remote communication. So that kind of communication we required to access the knowledge from the various resources. Then ICT allows for the zero or decline marginal costs. Okay, so it will some of the applications are free of cost. Okay, so that is the replication content is free. So distribution of marginal cost is non-zero. ICT reduces transaction cost also. Okay, so I am trying to deliver this lecture in sitting in my college. Okay, so if the pandemic situation was not there, so I was supposed to come to your college and deliver the lecture. Okay, so at that time the traveling cost is increased. So this ICT tool will be reduce this traveling cost, transaction cost as well. So these are the most of the important characteristics of this ICT. It can be used to enhance the efficiency. It can be used to reduce the intermediate mediator values. It can be used for the global purpose. So the most important thing is that we can use of ICT for distance education. So nowadays we are using in our colleges, in schools for the distance education. Students are sitting at their home and the teacher is also sitting at their home, and we are trying to communicate with each other with the help of this ICT tools. So that is nothing but one way of the distance education. Okay. So this distance education can be affordable, and there is no barriers of the geographical location. Okay, so the any student can be access your information, any student can join your lecture from across the globe. So ICT has enhanced the quality in the distance education. So there are 6 largest distance learning universities which is use these ICT technologies, like Turkey, Indonesia, China, India, Thailand, and Korea. These are the countries which is use the distance learning approaches. So with the help of this distance education technology, we can use this ICT very effectively manner. So it will be enabled the cross-border education. So the technical, it can be used for the technical and vocational training. So ICT is being employed to train the workers in many functional areas like your healthcare, IT services, and the support to the teachers. So we can use this ICT for the education in administration. We can use this ICT technology in day-to-day management for institution level, like making the timetable in effective manner, student admission and tracking, financial management and financial decision we can take, medical services, procurement and store management, data distribution and management. The list is too much more. Okay, so I will just highlight the important points here. So how we can use ICT for education in different sector. So you know that in traditional ways we can use your ICT like your CD case. You can use the broadcast material like your TV, your radios. These are the some broadcast material also you can use in the that is also one of the component of the ICT. So the broadcast material, online facilities, CD-ROM can use source of information in different subjects. It can be also facilitate the communication for pupils, that is nothing but your students, okay, with a special needs. So any students, or suppose you want to train your students for a specific subject, for a specific application, at the time you can hire the specific people, specific student for the specific application. So that kind of facilitated communication we can happen. So we can use the different type of electronic toys to develop a spatial awareness with this psychomotor control. Okay. Now you can see the most of the child playing toys are the educational toys are coming into the market. So they will communicate with your child. So that kind of communication can be happen in near upcoming futures. So we can use the online resources like your email, your chat, your discussion forum. It can be support the collaborative writing and sharing the information. So we can use the video conferencing, teleconferencing for the communication and to share the knowledges. We can use the wide range of tools for distant geographical areas. We can use the blended type of teaching learning process. So instead of the conventional classroom teaching, we can use the blended teaching. Then process administration and assessment data, exchange, share and ideas among the teachers and your students, and you can use the increase the professional growth. So carry out the internet-based research to enhance the educational quality, educational processes. So it can be useful to the students, teachers, and counseling personnel, educational planner, research worker. So it can be the communication. It may be happen with formal and non-formal communication for the educational institution and instruction. So here you can see in this figure, there are n number of sectors are there where we can use the ICTs. So here you can see the effective use of ICT to access, adapt, and create the knowledge. So where we can use of ICT for physical resources, digital resources, human resources, social resources, even though the societal resources like this. Okay. So you know that there are so many advantages of this ICT. So certain limitations are there. So you know that every coin has two things, either head and tail. Okay, so that kind of the advantages and disadvantages are there. So lack of need facilities, material, equipment, and favorable condition for the use of ICT. So widespread ignorance, the resistance, attachment, old waste, and fear. Those people or teachers are old ages. Okay, so they are not very facilitate, or they are not aware about how to use these new upcoming devices. Okay, so because of that fear only. Okay, so we need to adapt this new technology so it can be ignored, or it can be reduce the limitations of this ICT. Okay, so the lack of the provision in pre-services stage and not in services stage. Okay, so these are the very limited drawbacks are there. But if we think about the what are the scope where we can use this ICT very effectively, so we can see these are the 5 important things. So first important thing is teaching learning process that is useful in your NAC aggregation also. Okay. Then publication. So you can develop your own biodata. You can publish your research article. You can publish your book. Even you can write your blogs. So many things are there. You can make the evaluation. You can create the. We will just elaborate all these things a little bit later on. So you can see teaching learning process, publication, evaluation, research, administration. Okay, so you know that when we are thinking about the teaching learning process, at the time your sensory mechanism can be try to adapt the learn the things with the help of your five sensors, right? So human being has the five sensors like your eyes, that is your sight seeing, hearing, taste, touch, and smell. Okay, so by using this sense, as per the discovery or research, it can be said that the 80% of knowledge can be captured with the help of your sight only. Okay, so if we are using the audio visual tools to communicate to your teacher, to your student, so at the time the student is able to grasp the 80% knowledge. Okay, so that is the use of ICT in the teaching learning process. So we will just try to highlight this important point where we can use this uh, ICT in teacher learning process. So computer aided teaching, it has become popular nowadays. So it will become necessary to present the content by attractive means. Okay, so maybe in the tomorrow, my friend will be delivered to how to make a presentation very effectively and attractive manner. Then how to use this computer technology to provide the rich presentations. So it can be, these are the very important components which can be used in the teacher learning process, like text matter presentation, animation presentation, graphic presentation, audio presentation, and video presentation. Okay, these are the important things. At the last, I will share you what are the different resources or application or website we can use to create these text matter, to create these five important points to effective teaching learning process. So a person from village also can refer this latest information and what are the things we are using nowadays every day. So television broadcast is one of the best communication media to educate and students, farmer, your sportsman, the difficult experiments like advanced surgery with the help of robot. Nowadays we are using the very advanced level of surgery. Okay, so medical student can use it for the surgeries also. We can use the LCD projector for training students. The manpower problem can be solved. The human mistakes which is done by the that can be solved by the effective use of ICT technology. So we can use the online examination evaluation process can be happen with online, so mistakes can be reduced. So we can use this ICT technology for classroom and online teaching. So tutor can be used to teach the ICT technology for distance based. Okay, so student try to ask the question to the teacher, and teacher need to give the response to the whatever the questions asked by the student. Okay, so classroom communication can be happen with the distance learning or the online teaching learning. Okay, so we can see we need to motivate the learner as well as teacher to use of this ICT technology for the effective education. So learning process can be happen anywhere, anytime. Okay, so there is no barrier of the timing, there is no barrier of the regional. Okay, so it will cross check the borders. It will reduce all the borders. It will reduce all the barriers for the teaching learning process. So we need to use the student interaction between whiteboard in classroom. So instead of that, we need to use whiteboard in your system. So we have to use this ICT technology in a effective manner, or we can see in a very smart manner, like the lesson planning, network of the teachers, the pedagogical techniques, the information resources. Okay, you can see these are the smart devices we can use nowadays in our school. So educational TV, you know that EduSat has been launched by Indian government to for the communication. School smart school pilot project, major computer labs. Okay, so many things are there. So we can use ICT technology for the publication. So we can publish the notes, printed textbooks. We can digitize your computer technology. You can publish your manuals. You can make the copyrights. Okay, so there are so many things are there, and these are the important aspect in NAC accreditation also. Okay, so whenever you are trying to publish your e-content in the form of notes, in the form of textbook, in the form of e-books, in the form of encyclopedia, even though you can record your videos, your lecture, and you publish it on the YouTube or any platform. So at that time, there are certain points in the NAC aggregation. Okay, so this is the important aspect in the publication for the NAC as well as the individual teacher also, and the college level, institute level also. So we can use the evaluation process for the to avoid the human kind of errors. So we need to conduct the online test. We need to declare the results even the online. We take the feedback from the student. So according to the feedback, the software will be processed and it will be generated the progress report. Okay. So we can manage the so many things, the teaching, learning, and evaluation process. Okay. So there are so many advantages of this ICT evaluation process. So student can accept the more responsibility for their own learning, and it's as we can make the assessment. Okay, so we required this process. So we required expertise to develop such kind of things into your college as well as in your schools. Okay, so teacher application, the curriculum can be monitored by analyzing the test results also. So this can be used for by the teacher by assessing and improving their own performance. We can manage all these things for the national level and standardization also. So we can use this ICT in the research level for searching the contents on the web. So that is like your Google or some other search engines we can use. There are certain e-libraries are present. So IIT Kharagpur has developed the e-library, very vast digital libraries are there. Very young number of books are available. Very rare and old books are available there. You go to their website and access those digital library. Even though you can use the e-Pathshala, you can use the internet Wikipedia, you can develop your internet Wikipedia pages also. So the ICT technology can be used in day-to-day life for students as well as teachers. So teacher uses this ICT in research for preparing teaching material, participation for online forums, online conferences. So we can use these ICT tools for to collect the certain information, to process that data and analyze that data. Okay. So survey-based application can be happen with the help of these ICT tools. We can perform the literature survey. We can project the information. We can use these ICT tools for the school administration. So many things are there. Okay, so if you take the example of this administration, so in administration, employee registration, we maintain the employee registers. We maintain the library records. We can use the progress report, student register, placement cell, alumni record, school campus record, finance and accounting, and timetable management. Okay, so all these things can be happen with the help of these ICT tools. So I have this certain very important work in our college. So I will just try to overcome all these points or cover all these points very fastly. So here we can use this ICT. So these are the certain advantages of the ICT when we are trying to prepare your lessons. So it can be increase the commitment to the learning works, enhance the enjoyment and interest in learning and the subject, increase in self-directed learning and independence, getting a lot of information and ideas while you developing your e-contents. So we can use the computer skill, we can use in the form of the communication skill. Okay, so with the help of your computer learning management, you can develop the very effective teaching learning aids. Okay, so it will try to use the analyzing information. So if we are trying to produce the quality type of education or quality type of aided computer aided, we can say device or software or any PPTs also. So it will produce a very good quality product. Okay, so it can be very useful to the teachers and the students. So it will produce the high quality work. So learn more independently and their own space. So if the student are not able to join your lecture at that moment, so after that they will try to join the read or listen your lectures after the certain times. Okay, so there is no time barrier, so they can learn these things very independently. So do things cannot be used traditional methods. So research, do more work and more work quickly. So these are the five important key success for the integration of ICT in education. So we require the teacher attitude is very important. If teacher is willing to use this ICT tool for teaching learning process, then and then it can be happen very effectively. Okay, so the management should also provide the infrastructure, educational resources to the teachers. So we can provide the special training to the teacher to adapt this kind of technology. We require the planning, we require the commitment, we require the coordination and maintenance. Okay, so these are the five important key success for the ICT in education. So you know that the most of the countries they are using the teachers platform for training in education. So here you can see the Thailand, even though in UK they are using the teachers.tv, which is very useful to train the teachers to use of very effective of ICT in education. Okay, so these are the most important themes we need to understand while using of ICT in education: the context and culture, leadership and vision, planning, management and change, and lifelong learning. Okay, so these are the important things we need to understand and while framing your teaching education. And these are the four components which is very useful: pedagogy, collaboration and networking, technical issues, and social issues. Okay, so that can be used. These are the not important too much. Okay, so we can use these technological things to quick access the information, easy availability of your updated data, connect the geographical diverse region, catering the individual differences, wide range of communication and media, and wider learning opportunity for the your students. Okay, so my recommendation is that you need to use ICT technology in your education field. So it will make a deep impact, respond to change. It is much more faster. So urgent learning, realignment, the curriculum framework, training and orientation. So immediate it can be happen with the help of this ICT technology. So immediate requirement, teachers in profession. So the continuously professional development can be happen. Teachers, educator, so they need to plan, they need to make the quality education. Okay, so they need to ensure they are able to provide the very high quality learning mechanism, and then they need to build the appropriate information system, redefining the process, which will be clear, make a clear transparency. Okay, so just instead of this, thank you, I want to share certain things. Just wait a while for 5 minutes. My screen is visible to you, Mache sir? So these are the important 16 factors are there, and there are certain algorithms or certain applications or websites which can be used for the we need to improve your skills. Okay, so open source LMS systems. Okay, open source LMS Then software for online classes and interaction, video recording softwares, LMS for video-based learning, presentation software, software for rubrics and creation, software for assignment and submission, instantaneous assessment software, learning through gamification, mind mapping software, software for visual effects, software for peer learning and collaborative activities, software for data collection, online coding platform, mobile apps for coding, English language learning software, tools for English language, science, math, geography, astronomy, programming, and memorization. Okay, so these are the very important skills you need to adapt by the teachers as well as the students also. Okay, so if we go one by one, so if we think about the content management system, so you need to use the certain tools, certain softwares. So we can create your e-contents, you can edit it, you can publish it on the web. Okay, so the content management system, that is your CMS, it will be allowed to create the archiver or index of your course content, your logical order. CMS system are now designed exclusively to manage the content on the web. So you can see there are, I am highlighting the certain few software names and their URL and what are the features of these tools. So Google Classroom is the one of the best approach. So in the Google Classroom, you can create the content, you can create the online assignments for the students, you can create the MCQs, even though you can interconnect with your Google Drive and your Docs. You can use the Google Classroom is a part of Google for education. So there are certain Gmail, Drive, Hangouts, sites, slides, forum, sheet, docs, walls, and calendar. So many things are available with this Google Classroom. So we can instant collaboration between teachers and students, even outside the classroom also. So it is very friendly with all other educational software. Okay. So this is one of the very famous tool we can use for the LMS and CMS. So another one is Docio's e-learning suite. So it has a very numerous features. Online Moodle Cloud. Okay, you can use the Moodle platform. Then Sakai, it is free of cost. It is purely developed in Java based. So we can use the Sakai also. Core sites. These are the very important LMS management system. So we can use. So these are the names. Just I will read out the names and its feature. So ILS, it is open source free and developed university, the Collins web-based. A tutor, it is open source and free web-based. Canvas, it is also open source. You can host it yourself if you want, and you can access the source code from the GitHub. There is free web-based versions. Okay, so there is ELMS Learning Network, free and open source also. Then Cornucopia, Open EDX LMS, Camilo LMS, Forum My LMS, Ildomi, Olati, Course Networking. So it has the n number of features. So you just go to that particular website, you can visit it, you can use it for your teaching learning process. So Edimodo, Piazzo, Canvas, Blog, WordPress, social media based learning. So these are the very important LMS and CMS contents. So even though you can use the some sort softwares for online classes and interaction like Zoom. Now we are using the Zoom, Cisco WebEx meeting, Skype meeting, Justmeet, GoToMeeting, BlueJeans, WebEx Teams, Uber Conference, Live Size, Circuit, LARP meetings, Big Blue Button, Google Hangout, Microsoft Teams, Prezi video conferencing, Slack, Photon, Prezi video. So these are the softwares we can use for online classes and interaction. Then flashback recorder to record your videos. Okay, so video recording softwares like flashback recorder, Zoom, Screencast, Omatric, Prezi Video, YouTube Live, Proton, Epic Pen. Okay, so list is very much more. So I will just stop here. If you have any questions, any doubt, you can ask. So any questions?
Yes, from audience, any questions you may ask to the Dr. Siddharth sir. Okay, I think nobody has a doubt. So I go to the next session, that is the vote of thanks. Uh, it is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked hard to make this webinar successful. On the behalf of Department of Computer Science, Arviat College, Georai, I would like to thank our respected principal, Professor Dr. Rajni Sikre Madam, for her valuable guidance. I am also thankful to today's eminent resource person, Dr. Siddharth Dabade sir, Assistant Professor, Dr. G. Y. Patrikar, College of Computer Science and IT in Mahatma Gandhi University, Aurangabad. And I am also thankful to our Vice Principal, Professor Dr. Sangre sir and Dr. Prashant Pangrikar sir and all staffs. So I'm also thanks to all the supporting staffs. Now the program is over. Okay, thank you
very much, sir.
everybody.